University will humble you.
I be so sick of you niggas, y'all contradicting. I be so bored myself when you come and fuck me. I feel so ordinary, except when you around me. Treat me like water while you wear me out. Arguments, you air me out. Tripping about you.
Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Swazi. Please make sure that you do subscribe and that you click that notification bell. And if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. Thank you so much for tuning back in. So in today's video, as you guys have seen from the title down below, I am going to be talking all things first semester, my experience, advice that I give to people who like to come to university. So if you're interested in those topics, stay tuned. Firstly, I'd like to apologize for not posting for so long, you guys. I don't want to say that I was going through a lot, but I was, and my life was so boring because obviously it's recess and in Kaya I don't go out as often, so I didn't have any content to give to you guys. So I sat down and I was like, I'm not gonna go back to res without posting anything on YouTube. I'm going back to Cape Town tomorrow, by the way, so I just wanted to film something at home and I just wanted to talk to you guys about this because I felt like it was a relevant topic and it's something that is close to my heart, and I have a lot to talk to you guys about. So I was just like, let me just film a video. I know this is my very first sit down video. I'm so excited, Marayo. It's just weird. It's weird talking to the camera like this for a very long time, but that's besides the point. Without wasting any more of your time, let's get right straight into it. Guys, university will humble you. Let me repeat that. University will humble you. And I know a lot of people like saying this, and we don't say it with the purpose of chasing people away or for people to be scared. We're just saying it because we want you guys to understand and to know how hard it is and how difficult it is to maintain your mental state and your academics here. So I wrote down the topics that I want to talk about in this notebook, so I'm just gonna keep on looking down and whatever. So the first topic that I'd like to talk about in terms of university and first semester and first year is distance and family. You guys, when I got acceptance message from UCT, I was very excited. Even last year in matric, I was so excited to go to university, to leave my family, to be independent and live my own life, but it's not nice, honestly. Like, I know a lot of people are so excited to leave home, but being away from your family is not nice because you don't have umuntu that is gonna be there 24/7 reminding you of your purpose. I know that my family, they really helped me through my academics, especially in high school. Like, they'd always push me whenever I feel like demotivated. My mom would always be like, no, you have to study, and give me motivation. And also just seeing your parents, but seeing your parents kind of gives you that motivation. You would say, you know what, let me just continue studying because I want to give my family a better life. But being away from them makes it so hard to keep up with the motivation. And besides the big part of having your family, like motivation and whatnot, it's the small things, you know. You just miss your family being around, you just miss their food, you miss like snoozing the alarm and knowing what my mom is gonna wake me up either way, you know. It's just the little things that make you miss your family. But a long distance relationship, sometimes there are those days that whereby, especially whereby you just want to go back home and just and whatnot. It's just, yeah, that is very hard. And the second topic that I like to talk about is independence and freedom. People tend to confuse the two. Guys, freedom is nice. Freedom, knowing ukuthi ungaphuma ngo-2 uwe ngakusasa, knowing ukuthi ungangabaseles the whole day or the whole week and nobody would be on your neck asking you where have you been, what were you doing, is nice. Independence, not so nice. Independence is, in my understanding, being your own person, doing your own things, not having a mundo that is gonna be on your neck telling you how to do this. And I'm not talking about things like you have to come back home at a certain time. I'm talking about things like you have to buy your own toothpaste, You're running out of soap, you have to go to the shop and buy your own soap. You're running out of food, you have to go to the shop and buy your own food. I wasn't prepared for that. Like, not because I wasn't prepared for it, but it wasn't a thing that it was on my mind to the point where I would sit down with myself and plan myself. Luckily, it was when I went to Cape Town, I had bought a lot of things in bulk, so I don't really have a problem with like toiletries and like maintaining pads. It hit me like 3 months after. Damn, I'm actually running out of soap, and my mom is not here to be buying me toothpaste. My mom is not here to be buying me pads and all those things. I have to get those things by myself. So that is not so nice, and it's one thing that a lot of people don't really talk about when they go to university. You have to wash your own clothes. I have to wash my own clothes. What do you mean? I have to book a slot. I have to clean my own place, like scrub it out. I have to, guys, adulting is, I wasn't prepared for that. But the freedom is very nice, like knowing what I don't have to tell my parents like 2 months prior. I was gonna go ask my friend this weekend. I don't have to ask. I just need to clear my schedule and just be like, okay, we can go on this day. That is nice. I feel like that is the aspects that a lot of you students really do enjoy, and that is like the joy of being an adult or stepping into your adulthood, because you know you're your own person. You get to make your own decisions. Nobody influences you. You just live your own life based on your own decisions. But obviously there's a downside of that, because freedom is nice, but you have to have a limit. You have to and you have to remember why you're here. You can't be gallivanting the whole time just because you're free. And so you have to have that sense of discipline in you with the freedom that you have. Okay, so the next topic that I want to talk about is time management. Guys, with the freedom that I was talking about, it's very hard to manage academics, cleaning, luckily I don't cook, your social life. It's just a lot of factors that you have to balance and manage at the same time. So it's very hard to set a time or to set schedule for a schedule that will accommodate all of that and make sure also you're living your life efficiently. Me now personally, I had a lot on my plate. I had 5 courses last semester. I had gym, I had church, I had friends, I had to clean, I had to do my own laundry. So it was just a lot, and I really did struggle with managing my time, because obviously you also have your phone, you also have your laptop. You could be binge watching the whole day and nobody would be there to tell you, hey, time. You don't have time. You have a lot of things to catch up with. So balance and time management is very hard in university, because it's just all happening at once, and it's very unplanned and unspoken about. You have to be your own. Much as people know what's in university you're alone, but it's not, people don't really plan. I need to make time for my friends, I need to make time for laundry, in the same day I need to study, in the same day I need to go to gym, and the same day I need to go to church. So for me that was a very hard thing to manage. But next semester I really do hope that I kind of develop a schedule that will work for me and that will accommodate all the things that I want to do in a day and in 24 hours. The next topic that I want to talk about is social life and making friends. Mina, guys, I don't have the best experience when it comes to friendships. So when I got to Cape Town, I told myself, I'm not gonna jump into making friends. I'm not gonna in a week and I'm just gonna be like, okay, you're my friend. Luckily, I met my roommate here before we left for KZN at the airport. So when we got this, I figured so too, but we weren't necessarily like friends like that. We had each other's backs, you know. So it took me time to make friends when I got to university, and I did speak in one of my vlogs talking about how lonely it does get when you don't have friends. Yes, it does get lonely, but good things take time. You need to understand when you get to university, there's a whole spectrum of personalities that you're gonna meet. There's a whole and you don't know their characters, so you need to spend some time trying to find your people and trying to understand certain people and trying to are you guys gonna be able to coexist? Are you guys gonna be able to build a relationship that is gonna work for both of you guys? So my advice is that be like me. As much as it's hard to be lonely and like to navigate life in a different environment alone, I'm not saying to have acquaintances, but don't jump into building friendships, because believe you me, I have the worst experience when it comes to friends. Social life, it's very hard to maintain, guys. As I've been saying, you don't have the time in university. It's very hard to maintain your social life. Going out with your friends, one mali, because you are buying your own things now. You're buying your own food, you're buying your own toiletries, you're buying your own things. So like in high school. So it's very hard to maintain those relationships, but you need to find, luckily I found friends that live in the same ways as me, so we spend time together. We'd go study together, we'd go to the DH together, like spend as much time as we can open up for each other in order for us to remind ourselves, because we're not alone, and in order for us to be sane, you understand? Which leads me then to the next topic, which is fitting in. I struggled with fitting in big time. When I say big time, I mean big time, guys. University, as I've said, has abantu abaningi abahlukene, but I know for the fact that the University of Cape Town has a lot of rich kids. People are more the people that have the whole ecosystem. Yeah, iPhone, MacBook, when an iPad, when an iPhone 15, and when you just there with your iPhone 11 and your textbooks and you 3 choir books and your red bag, and you're just like looking at these people carrying your tote bags, installing every week Louis Vuitton. It's so hard finding people that you are going to relate with. And I'm not saying you should look at those things when you go to university, no, but you need to always look for people that are in the same level of life as you. And you need to always look at a band that you're not going to feel out of place with. Because I did try to find people. Well, I was not in a friend group, but like I did know and spend some time at the beginning with people that were living lavish, have their own apartments and whatnot. And I realized it was no, this is not for me. Like, we can be acquaintances, sure, but I don't want to put myself in a situation where by now and I'm putting pressure on myself. It would see me now, why don't I have an iPad? Why don't I have a MacBook? I should just be appreciative of what I have. And so fitting in is a little bit hard, because you need to find people that are in your level of finances or whatever, and that was a little bit difficult for me. But Abangani Bami and I are cool. We don't put any pressure on each other. Do you understand? And I'm very grateful for that. Or the people that are also around, my acquaintances as well, are people that are a variety and whatnot. The next thing that I want to talk about, very, very big topic, academics and failure. You are going to fail, my darling. You might have gotten your 7 distinctions in high school. You might have gotten your 90s, your 80s, your 70s in high school. But yeah, you are going to fail. And it's not going to be nice. Failing is not nice. And I want to talk about my experience with failing. Yes, I did fail. And luckily for me, I have parents who understand how university, as much as I didn't go to university, my parents didn't go to university, but they understand. They've seen people above my universities and they know how hard it is being university. So when I failed my test, I was like, whoa. And labo, I checked my marks before Yobala another test. So I was like, what did I just do? Because in my head I was like, I fail, kanjani, you know, I got this, I know what I'm doing, I'm not gonna fail. I'm gonna put you down that high horse. Check my marks, got a fail, and I was like, what am I gonna do now? Decided to call my mom. I was like, mom, no, actually I texted her. I was like, ma, I'm failed, and I don't know what to do. I texted my dad, I failed. And they were just so supportive. They were just like, no, it's fine. It's your first year, it's your first semester. You didn't know what to expect. So don't stress about it. Humble bala, you will be fine. You just need to pick up the things that you did wrong and fix them for your next test. So my parents were very supportive in that aspect, and I didn't really like feel bad about failing, you know, and whatever. Academics part of it, oh my god, guys, university is so different from high school. when people said that, I used to be like, man, they're being dramatic. Like, what could go wrong? Like, I'm an A student. I know what's going on. I'm focused, but it's very, coming from a person who was an A student in high school, it is very different, and adapting and like understanding the level of teaching and the level of the content is very hard. So when you come to university, don't come with the mentality of you're an A student. People still do get A's, people still do gel in perfectly with the academics and they understand what's going on, but majority of the people really do struggle with the movement or transition from high school content, like myself, from high school content to university content. You have assignments every single week, you have tests every single week. Kunzima, it's very hard to balance everything out, and on top of balancing, understanding the content as well. So for me, the academics part hasn't been the greatest part, because I'm still trying to understand the level and to understand the way of testing and the way you should study. It really does take time to transition. I'm still transitioning, and hopefully next semester it's not going to be as bad as it was. Guys, it was bad in first semester. Like, first semester was the worst semester, and I never want to relive that experience again, honestly. And this then leads me to my next point, dropping out. Obviously, with the failure in academics, you do kind of feel like you part of imposter syndrome. Basically, you feel like you're not fit enough to be in this place, you're not fit enough to be in university, and you do feel like dropping out is an option. But bandu graduate and thina sohlulwa yini, aqale ngathi to go to university, and agcine ngathi people come and go, people experience this, people live this life. So you just need to pull up your socks, and you have to realize ukuthi if they can graduate, I can also graduate. I just need to put in some more efforts, and I just need to change my study techniques and methods in order for me to be able to adapt properly, and in order for me to be able to study efficiently and effectively. You understand? So you do feel like dropping out is an option, and it's just, I don't want to scare you guys. Just a big disclaimer, I'm not scaring you guys away, I'm just talking about my experience. And guys, remember, with degrees are not the same. Degrees are not the same. For some people, it's very easy to like gel in with the content. Like, university is not really like that big of a deal, it's not hard for them. But at the same time, Konabandu that are really struggling with this and struggling to maneuver around the content and to understand the content, and I'm one of those people. And then the next thing that I want to talk about is the advice that I would give to people that are coming into university next year, this semester, whatever. Number one, don't come here with the mentality of you know everything and that university is not that hard. It is hard, and you need to, it's literally like 10 times harder than matric. You need to pull up your socks, and you need to work harder than you did in matric. You need to make sure you read your course outlines, you read what is required of you for each course, and that you understand. And secondly, pre-reading before lectures, very important. I'd really advise people to read the contents that your lecturer is going to talk about, or that is going to lecture you on the following day, because it kind of gives you an idea. Nobody forces you, nobody forces you to open your mind and focus in class. So you need to have that background in order for you to be able to be wide awake and to understand what's going on. Thirdly, I'd really do advise you, what would I advise you? If you're in matric, I really would advise you to free yourself from the bare minimum mentality. Free yourself from that 50%. Guys, it's very easy to get good marks in matrics nowadays. You have past papers, you have YouTube, you have tutors, you have the internet, you have everything, you have all the resources you need for free. So I'd really advise you guys to really like take advantage of them and try to get as high marks, because all of 50% right now, it's not going to get you into university. I know a lot of people who would get 70s, 60s in high school that are sitting at home. Yes, they do have a matric, but they're sitting at home, because universities are not looking for the bare minimum. They're looking for the cream of the crop, the abandabalapa, people that are really, that they can see they're really fit to withstand the pressures of university, and people who are not tied in the mentality of ubutiming pasile type of thing, you know. So I really would advise you guys to push and push, get those 80s back, those 90s, do your past papers in order for you to get into your dream university. I didn't get into my dream university, and I didn't get as many offers. I think I only got 2 offers, and I passed really well in matric. So yeah, but it's really hard to get into your dream university and your dream course nowadays, because baninga abantu that are doing well, and people can see it's very easy to pass matric. If they can do it, you can also do it. That is literally my motto. And now let's talk about the things that I would like to do differently this semester, next semester or upcoming semester. Number 1, I need to manage my time better. I need to learn how to manage my time better, because as I said, I have gym, church, school, studying, and chores that I have to do on a daily basis. So I need to find a schedule that is going to work and accommodate all of those things in 24 hours. Another thing is that I need to pull up my socks, guys. Like, I'm from Amamanga. When I got into university, I thought it was just going to be a breeze. In terms of Grover, I'm going to be going out, I'm just going to be living the time of my life. So I'm not going to know, it's really not like that. And you need to get what your parents sent you to get. So it's not as nice as people make it seem. Because like, ish, you know, it's not really what they portray. University is not what people portray on TikTok and on social media. It's really, there's more to it than just partying and freedom, and it's really hard. And and then another thing that I like to do differently is obviously not putting pressure on myself. I'm a stress. I stress a lot. I put a lot of pressure on myself, and I need to stop doing that and recognize my hard work and acknowledge treat myself, you know, just to give myself that motivation and to prevent burning out towards the end of the semester, because the burnouts that I suffer from was not cute. So yeah, guys, university is an eye-opener, is a great experience. But to the people that are going to start or have started their second semester, good luck. I hope you've done some self-introspection. I hope that you picked up things that you did wrong and you're willing to work on in this semester. And to the people that would like to come to university next year, I wish you guys all the best. It's very much possible. It's very much possible to get into your dream university and get into your dream course, but you need to work hard for it, and you need to work really, really hard for it. I'm not even gonna lie. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up. I'm gonna see you guys in my next video. Bye.